If you're like me, most of your life you've known what looks good on you and what probably doesn't bring out your best features and really accentuate your figure the way you would prefer. This is most likely one of the reasons people tend to shy away from shopping online for clothing. And even if they're willing to take a chance, the item may disappoint and ends up resulting in returns and wasted time. Since I've turned to shopping online for more than the occasional sweatshirt or yoga pants, I've learned a lot about what works for me and what doesn't, and part of my success stems from knowing my body type. I'm not saying it works for me every time, because sometimes it truly comes down to the quality of the garment and if the product is true to the advertisement. But generally speaking, I've managed to successfully purchase the right item for me, whether it's dresses, coats, tops, shirts, skirts, shorts, tank tops, or sweaters. I'd say about 98% of the time. Want to know the secret? Stick with me for a little while and I'll help you achieve online shopping satisfaction. So you're gonna need 3 things to get started. The first one is a tape measure. Keep a tape measure handy and measure your bust, waist, hips, and any other concern areas like shoulder length and inseam. Measure yourself regularly and often to ensure the right fit for the garment you're interested in. The second thing you'll need is honesty. Let's face it, everyone has at least one challenge they're dealing with when it comes to a proper fit. We're either too skinny, too short, too wide, too round, too tall, you name it. What looks great on one person can look not so great on the next one. So no matter how much we want a specific look, stick to what works for you, regardless of trends, fads, or that color of the year. Honesty about your challenges and what really works for you will take you far when it comes to shopping online. The size charts are really your best friend if you have never shopped with a particular brand before. They are there as a generally reliable guide, and if you have accurately recorded your measurements, you will be more likely to achieve success. It bears mentioning that there are always exceptions to that rule. If you're busty, you can often count on a button-down shirt to fit unpredictably and maybe even look awkward on you. If you have big hips and a small waist, accounting for your hips may not always give you a nice fit in the waist. The third thing you'll need is patience. One of the wonderful things about shopping online is the time it saves us from having to drive to the mall or downtown. But even with busy schedules, sometimes we can find ourselves not having or not wanting to take the time to scroll through pages and pages of merchandise and sit with all of the product details in order to make a solid choice. A marketplace like Amazon is certainly no exception, with all of the price differences, vendors, sizes, details, size charts, and shipping methods. The truth is, though, if you're in need of a wardrobe item for work, school, or a special occasion, you really can't beat shopping online with a larger marketplace in order to ensure the best deal and variety. So with that said, let's talk a little bit about body shapes and the kinds of styles and clothing that work best for each shape. You'll always find exceptions, of course, and these are not hard and fast rules. But keeping these ideas in mind can help you define your style and achieve a higher level of shopping success. Body shapes for women refer to the overall silhouette or outline of a woman's body, regardless of her size or weight. These body shapes are often categorized based on the distribution of fat and muscle in different areas of the body. There are several common body shapes for women, and individuals can have characteristics of more than one shape. It's essential to embrace and appreciate the diversity of body shapes, as each one is unique and beautiful in its own way. Here are some of the typical body shapes for women. Number 1, pear shape. This body shape is characterized by having wider hips and thighs compared to the shoulders and bust. Women with a pear shape tend to store more fat in the lower part of their bodies, creating a more defined waistline. Number 2, apple shape. Women with an apple shape carry more weight around their midsection, including the abdomen and waist. They usually have slimmer legs and hips compared to their broader shoulders and bust. Number 3, hourglass shape. The hourglass shape is often considered the classic or ideal body shape. Women with an hourglass figure have well-balanced proportions, with the bust and hips being similar in width and a smaller, defined waistline. Number 4, rectangle shape. Also known as the straight or banana shape, women with a rectangle shape have a relatively even distribution of fat throughout the body. Their waist is less defined, and the bust and hips are of similar width. Number 5, inverted triangle shape. This body shape is characterized by broader shoulders and bust, with narrower hips and waist. Women with an inverted triangle shape often have an athletic or muscular build. Number 6, oval shape. Women with an oval shape have a rounded or fuller midsection, and their waist is not as well defined. Fat tends to be distributed around the abdomen. Number 7, diamond shape. Diamond-shaped bodies have a broader waistline, and the weight is often carried in the midsection. The hips and shoulders are relatively narrower in comparison. It's important to remember that everyone's body is unique, and these categories are just general descriptions. Many individuals may not fit perfectly into one specific shape, and that's okay, and that's entirely normal. The key is to embrace and love your body regardless of its shape, and focus on maintaining a healthy and balanced lifestyle. Beauty comes in all shapes and sizes. When it comes to fashion and dressing for different body types, the goal is to accentuate your best features and create a balanced and proportionate appearance. Keep in mind that fashion is a form of self-expression, and you should wear what makes you feel confident and comfortable. So here are some general tips for dressing various body shapes for women. The first one is the pear shape. You want to highlight your upper body by wearing tops with eye-catching details like ruffles, embellishments, or patterns. Opt for A-line or flared skirts and dresses that flow away from the hips, creating a balanced look. Dark-colored bottoms can be flattering and help draw attention away from the lower body. Number 2, the apple shape. With apple shapes, you want to wear a V-neck. V-necks are great for apple shapes, or scoop neck tops that elongate the neckline and draw attention upwards. Choose dresses and tops that cinch or define the waist to create a more hourglass-like appearance. A-line or empire waist dresses can be flattering by skimming over the midsection. Now, number 3, you have the hourglass shape. Here you want to emphasize your well-defined waist with belts or form-fitting clothing. Fitted tops and dresses that showcase your curves can be very flattering. Wrap dresses and tops are excellent choices for accentuating the waist and complementing your figure. I'm what they call a top hourglass, so my bust is slightly bigger in proportion to my hips, and my waist is well defined. There's a lot of challenges to wear the right look. So moving on to number 4, we have the rectangle shape. Now with the rectangle shape, you want to create the illusion of curves with peplum tops or dresses. Belts can help define the waist and add shape to outfits. Layering with different textures and lengths can add dimension and create interest. Number 5, we have the inverted triangle shape. You want to wear tops that add volume to the hips and create balance, such as tops with ruffles, pleats, or patterns. A-line skirts or wide leg pants can help balance out broader shoulders. Voluminous sleeves can draw attention away from the shoulders. Typically, athletes have the inverted triangle shape. Number 6, the oval shape. Look for tops and dresses that flow away from the midsection and gently skim over the stomach. V-neck or scoop necklines elongate the neckline and create a flattering look. Empire waist dresses can highlight the slimmest part of your torso. And then finally, we have the diamond shape. Highlight your waist with belts or clothing that cinches in that area. A-line skirts and dresses can create a more balanced appearance. And tops with V-necks or open necklines draw attention upwards. Now, these are just guidelines, and personal style preferences certainly play a significant role in fashion choices. The most important thing is to wear clothing that makes you feel good and confident in your own skin. Experiment with different styles and silhouettes to discover what works best for you and enhances your unique features.